get real.
Hola friends! Kamusta? I'm Carby and today I'm gonna be answering a few self-love / body positivity questions that my friends sent me on Instagram. And with that, I introduce to you #Carby Talks, where I will basically just ramble on things that are in my mind or like stuff like this. Just to soothe down my inner 𝒟𝒶𝓇 / my inner desires to talk. Because I've been wanting to talk again ever since our podcast. I have been on a slump with talking, and I'm into public speaking, so I hope that you will enjoy this. Because it's something I really love doing. Once again, excuse the background noises. Please expect background noises every time I film. Because in my neighborhood, there's no such thing as silence. I don't know if you can hear the child screaming, but there's a child screaming right now. And I will be adding timestamps in the description box in case you're only concerned or interested in a few questions or in a few answers that I will give out. So you can skip towards those parts if you're interested na marinig lang yung areas na yun. So if you want to hear more about my answers, my 2 cents on self-love, then please keep on watching. So I have the questions in here already and I grouped them into a few sections. I combined them together kasi I think that they kind of go with the same context, so I'm just gonna answer them together para tipid sa time. First is, have you experienced choosing between yourself and others, like your friends, etc.? And together with it, I have this question na, pag ba pinili mong mag-let go kahit masakit para sa happiness mo, self-love ba yun? How? First, yes, I've been to a point where I have to choose between myself and others a lot of times already. And because if you know me, I'm quite active with extracurriculars, and that is something that I'm grateful for kasi at least I can spend my time on productive things even though I'm a very lazy person. That's one thing kasi that I do para I keep myself productive and that I know that I will spend my time wisely. It's something that I do to push myself to do something. I join extracurriculars, I join organizations para at least, I have this responsibility within me na I have to do something. I have to stop being lazy. So, lagi sa question nun. Pero, with that, I often, of course, tao rin naman ako, napapagod with a lot of stuff, especially physically. I tend to get so tired so fast. Overall, yes, I have come to so many points whereas I have to pick myself over others first kasi that's one form of self-love, and we should not be guilty for doing that kasi if you burn out, then ano na lang matitira sa'yo? How can you do more things if you're tired? So you have to make sure na there's a maintenance, or at least you check up on yourself whether kaya mo ba, ipupush mo pa ba yung sarili mo towards doing something, or kapag hindi mo na kaya kasi you have to make sure that you take rests. I take rests a lot of the time. I have to make sure that I am well rested. My mental being is at its full peak before I do something for others. Kasi you cannot really assure yourself na it's your best quality offer mo for others if you're tired. Kasi yung quality ng output na mabibigay mo is not on its 100%. Sabi ko sinasabi, pero I hope you get my point na yes, I always come towards those points na I have to balance things out and take rests. Make sure na I can give my 100%, at least 90%, but hopefully 100% for others. And this other question na, pag ba pinili mong mag-let go kahit masakit para sa happiness mo, self-love ba yun? How? Yes. It is self-love. Even though masakit siya at first, even though you feel like, this is not only on relationships, okay? Let's say, things that you want. Like, let's say you want to get something or to buy something, but you decided na,
no, that's not gonna be good for my wallet or my bank account or my future, because that's just a splurge.
it can hurt you at first, yes, but in the long run, you are benefiting more. So, yes, pag pinili mo mag-let go, kahit masakit, it is self-love. Next question is, how can I stop comparing myself to others, be it appearance-wise or other traits? And what can you say sa mga taong super laki ng insecurities like me? And together with those two questions, I have this na advice to people like me na I promote no to body shaming pero I still doubt my body. Ganun kahit may self-confidence na. It's ironic how I'm talking about self-love as of this moment when I know na I still have a lot of insecurities. I have to admit that. I still have a lot of insecurities. But compared to myself before, it's a lot better now. And I think na one way of how I made things better for myself is that I surrounded myself with people na hindi toxic. Like, people who are, supportive. I have a lot of people na ganon na in my life right now, in my current stage. My college best friends are really supportive people. I love them. They're very positive. My college blockmates, they are very open about self-love and supporting other people. I think that's a big factor. My best friend pushes me even though we are actually the exact opposite. My best friend Lara, she's pinagpala while I have a flat chest. Pero she never, not even once, told me that that's a bad thing. And I think that is key kasi it's unavoidable to have people na very toxic na they will body shame you or they will point out your bad traits or it's good if people point out your bad traits, but in a good way. Para, makorek mo. Pero if they're like pointing things na you cannot really change, like, say for example, I have pimples or I'm skinny, if they're gonna point that out and they're gonna make fun of it, that's something na you should watch out for. Kasi if you let the negativity of their words stick into your mind, then it's gonna be bad for you. It's not gonna affect them that much. It's gonna be bad for you overall. Ikaw yung maapektuhan. So make sure na you know how to manage your thoughts well, or you know how to manage the words that other people are throwing at you. Kasi I feel like insecurities are brought up by the negativity of other people, and it's a matter of self-management, or like a matter of organizing your thoughts and making sure that you're catering that space only for good thoughts. I'm talking about insecurities this time pero if it's a criticism from, let's say, your friends or your people around you, and you think that it's something that you should really address, then yes, go address that. Pero if they're talking more of like things that you can't really change, or things na wala namang mali, pero they are making it seem as if it's a wrong thing to be or to have, then yun yung in-address ko dito. Because I don't want to have toxic positivity thoughts. Because that's especially very timely today. We don't want to be a positive person in a toxic way. Okay, next question is, what can you say to people who always say sana all to others' posts of their body? Or yung mga tao daw na nagka-comment ng sana all. I am guilty for doing that. But I think wala namang mali doon sa pagsabi ng sana all sa friends mo, ganun. I think it's more of like a better take on saying na hindi ikaw na. Kasi edi ikaw na is more of like a negative connotation. Parang sinasabi na nagyayabang yung other person. But I think sana all is a better term to use if you're like trying to compliment someone but you don't want to say it in like a view na nagyayabang yung other person. So sana all is, you know, it's not really a bad thing. But we have to check up on ourselves na we're not being inggit towards the person that we are saying sana all to. So next questions are, do you still feel insecure? And how do you overcome your weakness? And how did you come to terms with the body that you have? And paano nyo po na-achieve yung oozing confidence nyo, ma'am? Yes, I still feel insecure. I think lahat naman tayo, we still feel insecure during moments. So, yes. But once again, it's not as bad as how it used to be. Next is overcoming my weakness or loving the body that I have right now and being confident. Yun nga, once again, I think it's mostly on surrounding yourself with people who are not toxic or like make sure na you just pick out compliments and make sure na yun lang yung i-star mo sa brain mo. Unless it's a criticism, then make sure to address that. Kasi before, I think I focused so much on my negative side and on my negativities and my, you know, my flaws. That's too harsh on yourself. Body positivity is okay as long as you don't condone anorexia or obesity. That's my take on that. Self-positivity is good as long as that person is healthy. In terms of confidence, I just make sure na I know what fits me or I know what will work for me, and ayun. Next is, why is it important to love yourself first? It is very important to take care of yourself first kasi let's just view it in a way na our body is a canvas, or like our mental health, our well-being is a blank canvas. Na if you don't take care of that canvas, then anong mangyayari? Masasira, then you're left with nothing. So you have to make sure na you take care of that canvas first before anything else. Lastly is, in your own opinion, how can you attain self-love? I think we can attain self-love if itatatak natin sa isip natin na self-love is key towards being healthy as a whole. If you don't take care of yourself, then the rest is gonna fall down. So make sure na you love yourself. Not too much, but you do prioritize yourself pa rin, diba? Self-love is something that we should prioritize. That is it for this episode of #Carby Talks. So, I hope may naintindihan kayo or may napulot naman kayo sa mga pinagsasabi ko. But, before I end this, I just want to clarify na I'm not yet fully confident on myself. I still get insecure during times, but it's a lot better nga than before. Kasi compared to before, I was really shy. Back then, hindi ako nag-shorts. Hindi ko kaya kahit gaano kainit pa yan, hindi ako mag-shorts kasi I'm that shy. I'm that shy in showing my legs. I cannot really let other people see my skinny legs. Dati rin hindi ako nakakapag-sleeveless. Right now, I'm not only sleeveless shirt, pero dati hindi ako nakakapag-sleeveless kasi I'm very shy of my skinny arms. And now, I can do those things. It's more of reminding yourself kasi na we are all different, and it's a matter of knowing your good points and making sure na you address areas na kayang baguhin para as a whole, you are a beautiful, confident person. ayun lang, sana talaga may naiintindihan kayo and sorry talaga sa mga background noises. Cannot do much about that. And please make sure to subscribe because I want to create more content. Thank you so much for watching. Adios.